Come on, and wake it up, because it's a thankful Thursday, and we are here. Me and my girl Sparkle, we
Yes,
are here
thankful,
this
thankful.
morning giving you, a burst of energy and sunshine and whatever else you need to get your day started right. So,
Greatness after greatness. This is the
yes,
day.
a double
This is
dose,
the day.
a double dose of greatness. Yay. I'm excited this morning because, shout out to Natasha. Y'all know yesterday was so deep and powerful. I had some people send me messages saying that was on point because we talked about boundaries. So if you didn't catch it, go back and get it. We might even actually go into it a little deeper next week.
Oh, we going deeper into
Yeah,
that next
because that
week.
was a lot to, kind of drop on people to say, about your boundaries. But when you stay in your lane and you protect your lane,
Yep.
then you're gonna experience life on a different level versus all over the place and letting taking on everybody's problem, and you all in lane 10 trying to make sure they good and they get started
And
right.
you're
And
over there on lane 20, and
yes,
I,
you
I'm
almost
in
like
love
that's
with the
why you're
hula hoop.
exhausted. That's why you're tired, because you're trying to just
Yes.
make sure everybody else is good and running their business, and they come to you and they dumping all their stuff on you, and you just like, baby, mind overload. Like,
Yes.
system
It's
is tired.
yes, but this is the blessing. I know my neighborhood is excited. So your girl was on the porch this morning, and she did not wake up the whole neighborhood. She stayed in uh, a voice that only she could hear. So my neighborhood is like, I don't know what happened, but I hope
Baby,
we do this again tomorrow.
tell them to come on to the Empower Morning Show and put in the comments. Yes, God, yes. See, it was something about the
Respect,
conversation
respect.
yesterday when we said just because you like to be up in the morning and be
Yes.
all excited doesn't mean everybody else likes to do that.
Doesn't mean everybody else have
Yeah,
to. So I'm telling you, my neighborhood was like, woo! Oh, I see her on the porch. Oh my gosh, here we go, here we go. But it was just a nice, only I could hear, only guided I could hear, and everybody's excited. So I was like, look at you,
I'm
respecting
so
other people, respecting yourself, and respecting others. But what I love,
yeah,
yeah, and respecting yourself and respecting others. But what I love about that so much is when she can help us touch on things that we think is just normal, like that we think
yes.
we're not, you're not doing anything to anybody, you're just excited about the day. Good morning, good morning,
I
good
know, God. Good
morning,
morning, Miss
happy
Phyllis, Miss Patricia,
Thursday.
Cynthia Lewis,
Yes.
Doris Cole. Good morning to you all, because we are excited. Good morning, Kelly. But you know what, Sparkle, in saying that, because we're in such a tunnel vision thing, like because we're doing what we do, not
Mm-hmm.
realizing that how you behave is, and it does impact other people, no
Yeah.
matter what, whether they know you or not. If you're in the grocery store and you melt down and everybody looking crazy, like, wait a minute, what's wrong with her? Or you're loud in a place, and people are like, who is that? What?
Yes. Like, come
So
on.
So we got to make sure that as we are getting irritated about other people's stuff, understanding that other people get irritated with our stuff. So,
You
be mindful and respectful
you
and
haven't arrived.
be considerate of everybody, because we all are going through life and trust and believe there's nothing wrong. Be authentic, be yourself, but at the same time, you ain't gotta holler at 3 o'clock in the morning because
You
you
don't.
you felt it hit you. Sometimes you just gotta be like, God, thank you.
You know, I wonder, can I write a note to Alicia and ask her to come back home? That I have learned.
She's gonna be like, too late, boo. Look, too late. I don't trust that. You saying it to get me back, but I'm not coming.
Yes, good. Today, it's so fun. I want to read real quick. Day 14. God is still writing your story. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, plans to prosper you. Like it's
Yes.
already in the playbook. It's already there. Plans to
Yes.
prosper you and not to harm you. So no matter when you're going through your storm, what you're going through, his plan is still his plans. His plans is still to prosper you. And it's not going to cause you harm. As bad as we think every storm is worse than the other storm. We think every storm, this storm is the big one. Oh God, how are you going to put me through this? But he still says, for I know the plans I have for you. Don't stop right there, declares the Lord. Like he already said it. He said, my word is good.
Mm-hmm.
Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. So he's already mapped it out. He already prepared the place for you. So never think what you're going through is a forever. It is just part of the GPS, God's plan system. He is working out the plans. So I want to tell you again, it won't be long now. God's decree. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. And the affirmation to go with that is, I trust the story God is writing with my life.
Ooh, come.
I trust the
Trust the
story God
story.
is writing with my life. Even when I can't see the next page, I know the author is faithful. My
Mm.
story will not end in defeat. It will finish in destiny.
Oh, that's
It will finish
good.
in destiny. So that is the affirmation. And then, I always tell you, stop for 5 minutes and just breathe. Inhale God's presence, exhale the noise, pour it out, all of it, not to process it, but to release it. Let the page become your altar where you lay it down and pick up peace.
Now, Cynthia said, I trust the story God is writing. So now, as good as that is, as good as we know that we are, God has a plan for us,
Mm-hmm.
and it's to prosper us and not harm us and to give us a hope in the future. So if we trust that, we got to be in alignment with God's will. That because what happens is, if you don't feel like you're prospering, if you don't
Mm-hmm.
have hope, if you don't see your future, that's a you problem. That's not a God problem.
It's
God
a
has
you
already put it
problem.
out there. That's a you problem because you're not doing what you need to do to stay in the will of God and follow that process. So somebody else sent me something this morning. God won't multiply what you mismanage.
Mm.
God is not going to multiply what you mismanage. God doesn't multiply disorder. He multiplies what is honored, stewarded, and brought into alignment with his heart. Before God increases anything in your life, he brings it into order because increase without structure becomes overflow that you can't carry.
Mm.
Many of us aren't blocked, we're leaking
Mm.
time, leaking focus, leaking grace, leaking what God already entrusted to us. And heaven won't pour more into hands that won't hold what's already there. When you when you steward well, you make room for God to breathe increase. You make room for God to do what he's already planned for your life. You make room for him to prosper you. You
Yeah.
make room for him to give you the hope in the future.
You
But if
make
we
room.
mismanage, because we're always somewhere trying to control this narrative. But when
Yes.
you don't, Miss Doris said, drop the mic. And Miss Patricia talking about exactly, it's a you problem. because we
Yes.
mismanage what we ask God for. You know what I'm saying? You want a husband, but then you act a donkey with him. You
Mm.
want children, but then you treat them like crap. You want a job, but then you get up on there and you want to do your thing. How you want to do it? It's a lot of things in life that, one, let's just say this, are in God's plan. And
Mm-hmm.
it may look like it's crazy and you may be upset, but it's part of the things that all things work together for good. But then you got some things where
You know you need to clean up.
you need to get yourself together. You know
Yep.
your life is erratic and distracted and full of disorder. You know you love chaos and you love being in toxicity and dysfunction. That's a you problem.
Mm-hmm.
God didn't tell you that. God is not an author of confusion and chaos. He's not.
Yes. And I think if when you in any situation, I don't care what kind of situation it is, it's still a learning lesson that God is putting you through. It's still something in that God wants you to get. Like
Yes.
like if you snapped out at somebody because they bumped into you, we blame it on them for bumping into us. But it's not a them. It's you
It's
because
you.
it was your responsibility to not pour out what they're pouring in you. Like it was your responsibility, and we're quick to say if that person wouldn't have done that, if they wouldn't, if my daddy would
Are
have
we
been around,
not?
if
That
my
is the
daddy would have
truth.
been around, I would know how to have a relationship. If she crossed me, I would like friendships. I don't like friends because they girls are messy, women are messy, and I don't fool
Mm-hmm.
with women.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have an excuse of why you're not wanting to get that fixed in you. Like
Yeah.
you, so the way it's a cover up. You keep covering it up. And God is saying, how many times am I going to keep letting this happen and you not receive what's going you not understand what I'm trying to teach you.
That part. That part. We have got to be good stewards over everything that we have. Be a good steward over your time. Be a good steward over your health. Be a good steward over your relationships. Be a good steward over your businesses or your employment. Whatever it looks like, we have prayed to God for things that
For
we
that.
don't appreciate when we get it. You know, you get kids for Christmas and they're like, oh, give me this, give me this, give me this. And you like, oh, I'm trying to figure out how to make sure I get this up on the tree for Christmas. And because I want my baby to have what they want. And as soon as they get it, they have it for what, 48 hours. And
And
next
they
thing you know,
broke it.
you don't never play with your little game. You don't never play with your little doll. You don't never play. I thought you asked me, you begged me for this.
Yeah.
Now you don't went on to something else because it's always bright, shiny things that pop up to take our attention and distract us
Yep.
from what we say we want.
Yep.
We
It's
gotta do
just like
better.
your car. You know, you wanted a transportation. He gave you a transportation, and you treat the car like it's just some little duty box. Like you don't clean it, you don't halfway take care of it. You like, oh, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. We blame busyness
Oh,
for.
won't busy get it? Busy is the culprit of everything. Girl, I'm busy, girl. I'm
I'm
busy.
too
I'm
busy,
busy.
girl.
Busy.
Busy. But what you are busy doing is covering up. You're being that busy is saying, I don't manage my time well.
That's it. That's it.
Because
Because
God would have
everybody has the
never
same
gave you
24
the
hours in a
assignment.
day.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. When you see productive people who are out here being successful or doing things, or, even people who just manage their life to where they don't have a lot of chaos and confusion. They're not full of anxiety and depression and overwhelm. When you see people who do that, they're managing their life and their time and their resources and all the things that has been given to them so that they don't have to operate like that. Because we all have the same amount of time. Everybody
Oh,
got to wash clothes. Everybody got to
everybody
wash
got to
dishes.
cook. You got to feed
Everybody
your
got to
family.
get them something to eat.
And isn't that funny how God gave us the same amount of assignments? Like we all have the same assignment. Like when you break it down, the CEO assignments is no different than the rep. You still have an assignment. You have an assignment to do what God has called you to do. So never think that I'm above them because God puts a lot on me and he trusts me with a lot. No. That same person that you over there looking at, God trusts them with a lot too. Your lot might
Exactly.
not be what their lot look like, just because the same assignments is not the same assignments. But He assigned us
Exactly.
to get up every, like when He wake you up, get your butt up, get about business, and do what I have called you to do. Wow. And rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes.
Like,
I've given you this day. It's up to you what you do with it.
I
I've
gave you
given you the day.
oxygen.
I've given you the day. It's up to you whether or not you rejoice and be glad in it. It's up to you whether or not you're productive. It's up to you whether or not you choose peace over foolishness. It's
Over
up to you
foolishness.
whether you listen to somebody complain and whine all day, or whether you say, you know what, I don't have time for that today, but you know what, I'm praying for you. I hope it all works out well. I know God got you, and keep it moving. We have to start looking at our lives and
Mm-hmm.
understanding that while you over here looking at somebody else's, while you think they have it good, you really don't know
You
anybody.
really don't.
You don't.
You just
Even if they told you, even if I said, Sparkle girl, this is what's going on with me, you still don't know the level of how that impacts me. For some people, they borderline heart attack, borderline whatever health situation they're
yes.
in. So a shakeup on their end, losing their job or something, could cause them to
To
go into a health
people
crisis
people commit suicide
over
over
less.
jobs. Like,
Yes, over
and
anything.
people, we try to characterize it. I was sick. I've been really sick. And you lost your job. Well, you losing your job is, oh, it's down. This is just down here
Right.
because I've been really sick, fighting for my life. Well, they don't understand this person that lost her job. She has to fight for her life too. Like, it's a fight in life too. But we put things in, that's it's like that little black lie, white lie. It's
Yeah,
all a lie.
it's all a lie. At the end of the day, we told it. So
So
we
you
have to
can't
be
put
careful
people's
to manage that.
circumstances in different levels.
Yes, yes. And not be so judgmental, because the Bible says, judge ye not. But we are so quick to judge. You judging people's situation. You judging, girl, child, it ain't that serious. She over there doing all that. How do you know? You don't know, really.
Angela, will you sit with that? It's not that serious. Just for a moment, that
Yeah.
it's not that serious. How do you know what
How
is,
do you know?
like, you don't know to the what capacity that they feel like I'm at the end of my capacity and I can't do this. You don't know how they're reading their story.
You do not. I was, I'm in the process of doing the We Shine Media Presents Becoming Her series.
Uh-huh.
And Lakeisha was one of the guests already. And when she got to breaking down the different people in her life who have passed away,
That's a lot.
like it was a lot.
It's a whole, and all
And
of them was close. Like they
and
was
all
in
of
a
them were close. Yeah, it wasn't like, oh girl, this was such and such in the sixth grade, or this was such and such, I used to work with 10 years ago. I'm saying, like, they
yes,
were like in her circle.
yes,
So with that being said, you look at people and you have no idea what's going on with them. You look at people, and just because they have a smile on their face, you think everything is good. But things are chain reactions. You know how we say you throw a pebble in the water and it starts, the centrifuge,
yeah,
the circles start going out. Anything that happens to you can be a cause and effect of something else. One person, she was taking care of cat daddy, and that changed. So we don't know what that looked like in our household. It could have been a change with income. It could have been, it's so many different things that can impact somebody when something happens. And
yes,
we tend to start thinking, girl, it's not that serious. A child, this happened. People die, whatever. But you got to think about it. Some things they hit people different.
it does.
And it
And
depends on where you are in life, whether or not that hit can take you out, or whether or not that hit can just, cause you to stop and pause.
yep, yep,
Because Miss Doris was talking last night and she was like, God told her to move. Well, somebody else driving, like I said, she didn't drive just from one city to the next. She went multiple states over
yes, and kept on going. And
and kept on going.
even when she was tired, she still knew that she had a mission and that was to keep moving. And as the moving kept, she was like, okay, God, it's really to a point that you was just moving and you say, I trust God. I trust you, God. I, I don't know exactly why I'm moving,
Exactly.
but all I know is that I'm moving.
And for some people, they may not be able to process that I need to move. And you stay and things continue to get worse.
Hmm.
Versus if you move, it may be better,
It's
but
not like a clean
you gotta
slate.
trust God. You've gotta have so much trust in God that you know what, God, I'm not sure. I don't know. But if you said it, I'm gonna do it. But if you say I move, you move just like
Just
that.
like that.
And we gotta have a just like that spirit where when it comes to God, whatever you say, I'm gonna be obedient. Whatever you tell me, I'm gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
do.
be obedient. Yeah, it's that. We talk about the unstoppable. Like one of the ver is unstoppable. Unstoppable is saying, God, it's another form of saying I trust you. It's just another. It's another saying I trust you, God. I'm unstoppable because you're not the unstoppable, but the Holy Spirit that lives inside of you is what's the unstoppable.
Exactly.
She said
She said
last night
last
was
night was a movement, a move moment, and it was, even to the point of when she got up. Because when we were interviewing where she was at, it
so
started getting
dark.
darker, so you really couldn't see her. She said something said, "Get up and move," and when she moved, boom, it just brightened up the whole
Yep.
screen. You know what I'm saying?
It
And then
was
we could
so
see her
beautiful to
face.
see.
Yes, but that's life, that you don't have to stay where you are when you're in darkness, when
You
you're
don't
surrounded and things look like it's closing in on you, when you want to be under the cover because you're just like, God, I can't take anything else. Like, what else is going to happen? I can't handle that. And all you have to do is get up and move.
and move and move.
And
That
move.
and moving is faith. That is a faith.
Yes.
Like
Miss Sheila said that
moving,
takes faith and
it
trust.
is a faith
Both.
because we measure how big of a step we make.
Mm-hmm.
God don't do a measurement stick and say, okay, you only moved so many centimeters. He says you just move. I don't care if you move
Just
one step.
move.
I don't care if you pack one box at a time. Like I'm giving you time to process it in the movement. It's trusting, and you're right, Phyllis. That takes faith and trust. It does,
Because the
and
reality
believing
is,
who sent you. Who sent you?
exactly. And the reality is, for a lot of people, we are easily overwhelmed. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and any
Easily.
little thing can set you off. And
Yep.
when I went back to saying it's not that serious, for some people it is.
Yeah.
For some people it's a struggle just to get out of the bed
It
because they they,
is.
they get out and get right back in. They just don't even want to face life. And if you've never been there, you can't understand it. So it doesn't look that serious to you, but for somebody else, it is huge. So for somebody else to get out of the bed and make it up, that's a major accomplishment. But the
It
thing about it is,
is.
don't stay there. If you have your room full of junk, full of disorganization or whatever, sometimes for you, the big thing may not be, I need to go out here and get a job and do this and do that. Sometimes the first thing you need to do is just get order in your immediate surroundings. Hang them clothes up, dust your room up, make your bed up, because order automatically gives you a clear mind.
It
Order
does.
automatically helps you see something different. You know what I'm saying? Or even
Yep.
to receive, because it's hard to receive when everything around you is jacked up.
Yep. And you trying. I mean, that's just like I don't. You know how like you getting ready to eat something, and you can't go in that cluttered room and sit down and eat your meal because that's messing up the whole goodness of the meal. You want to find somewhere like even if it's that little spot, you find that spot because you want to enjoy this moment. It's the same with life. Like all that is cluttered, but I'm trying to find my enjoyable spot. And the only way you can get to that enjoyable spot is you have to do the work. You have to pick it up. You have to clean it up. You have to put it in a proper place. We overwhelm ourselves because we try to process everything at one time. He was like, I told you don't worry about tomorrow. Why are you over there, way over there on tomorrow when I'm just asking you to stay on Faith Street?
Thank you. Cynthia said that is so true. As you clean up, your blessings come. God is not going to come in mess, and He's
In
not.
mess.
You have to, but a lot of times the reason why we're so overwhelmed is because you're thinking of the huge big picture. That's not your responsibility. Manage what you can, because if I'm thinking like, oh my God, the whole house is jacked up, so now I just can't do anything because I'm just like paralyzed because it's too much. Start with your room.
One room,
One room at
one
a time.
room at a time.
That's just like if you say, okay, I want to go cook, and you go downstairs and every pot, pan, dish, utensil is dirty in your house. You can't think about cooking when all of that is going on. You got to clean that mess up first before you can start creating a meal.
Yes.
It,
And
it,
that's,
it's the
but that is
concept.
real. Like I can't, it's hard for me to cook a meal when I know it's dishes and stuff all over the counter. I need a fresh start.
What you say?
Because
I
I
need a
feel like
garbage
all that
bag, and I need to
dirtiness.
get rid of some of this stuff,
Yes,
whether I
that
throw it away
dirtiness
or.
is getting in my food, and I don't want that dirtiness in my food. I want my food clean. So before you can even start, you like, let me clean this up. Let me clean the
Yeah.
counters off, and it's just like making the bed. Some people mindset is, why should I take out time and make up this bed when I'm just gonna get right back in it tonight? I'm gonna get right back in it tonight. And then you wonder, why do I have all these crazy dreams and I'm all over the place? And because you're not willing to clean up something and take out the time.
Mm-hmm.
Making a bed is really not 30 minutes. It's
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 not.
not it's not a 30-minute
It's not.
process.
It's really not. It's really not.
It's not.
I don't care
Yes,
what
you got,
size bed. You can have a California king bed, baby, and it's still not
it's
going to take
still
you
not gonna
30
take you
minutes.
30 minutes.
But
And
you
I
know what's
understand because I sleep all over my bed. Like I don't know
Mhm.
what I'm gonna do when my husband come because I'm all over the bed. But
Well,
that
look,
means I
he
gotta
gonna block you. Look, once you get up there, you're gonna be like, oh, I can't go no further because he
oh
right
yeah. I'm like, you can't even
there.
move
You'll be
no
all right.
farther. But cleaning up your bed, and I'm using a bed as an example, but it's something that everybody needs to do a cleanup.
Yes.
If you
And let
going
me
in
say
your
this,
closet and I can't find nothing, that
baby,
that
let
is
me
a
teach
you
you something.
problem.
That's a you problem. You need to do something. But I'm gonna even go as far as to say this. Say you get in there and you say you're in your kitchen and you say, okay, well, let me clean up, and I've got bags of trash in here and old food, and I've got it in the trash, but you just bag it up and you clean it up, but you're leaving the bags right there. You didn't take it
Oh,
out there for the trash man to get it. It's still in your house. So that
it's
means that it may look clean, but it's
but it's
funky
not clean.
because you've got
Cause now you
spoiled,
still got that
sour.
funk going on.
Yes. So now you got a clean environment, a so clean environment that's full of funk, full of mold building, full of things, popping up that you may not be able to see. But that's just how our lives are when we don't heal for real.
Yep.
When you say, oh, I'm good, I'm fine, that is what you feel like from the outside. You feel like, oh, I'm looking good. When I show up, people see me, I'm smiling, I'm happy. But you got bags of trash sitting here that's seeping out.
Yep.
Stankiness.
Yeah. Yeah. What they say, get that stanky stuff out of here. Get
Get that
that.
stinky stuff out of here.
It's almost like going back to, when you have seafood, you make sure that you take all that seafood out that
You
night.
better.
Like you
You
don't
better.
leave that, you
You
don't leave
should.
that nowhere in the house. Let me
You
get all
should.
this fish out. That's the same thing about our life. Let me get this fish out. I'm not
Mhm.
leaving this mess in my house.
And think about this, Sparkle, because I want y'all, we're using these analogies, but I need y'all to apply this to your life where you need it to be. Fish is a lingering, strong smell.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like if you chopped up some potatoes, and you
Yeah.
put the potato skins in there. They're not going to smell like fish.
No. That's two different kind of
It's two
smells.
different kind of smells. So you need to understand that there's things in your life. There's some things you got to get rid of, and you got to take it out immediately. You can't
Yep.
let that sit. You might let the potato skin sit for a minute, but you let that fish sit, and it's taking a minute before that even comes out. So it's some traumas that you've experienced that's going to require you to do more. It's going to require you to go get a
Mm-hmm.
therapist. It's going to require you to really get some help because you're not going to be able to do it yourself. It's some things that you might be able to say, okay, you know what? Let me just, like the potato skins. Okay, it can sit there for a couple
It
days.
can sit there. It'll be
It's
all
okay.
right.
It's all right. It can wait till the
Yeah.
trash day. I chopped them potatoes up on Monday. I can wait till Thursday to throw that out.
To actually,
Fish,
yep.
if you eat it Monday, you need to take that on out Monday night
Monday, like as soon as you finish.
immediately, expeditiously.
Those
We,
scraps that you have left over, and you think, but it's only fish bones. Like now, it's I've already eaten all the fish. I took all the meat off, so it's no way that the bones still smell. But the bone still has its smell. It doesn't leave the just because you ate off of it and I ate around it and I'm going all around it. I'm telling you, this is about our life. I'm just going around it. I'm going around it.
mm-hmm.
I'm avoid going there. I'm avoid. No, you can't keep avoiding to go places in your life because you don't want to deal with the trauma
Because guess what? People smell fish.
of it.
They come to your house and be like, hey, you had some fish? They go in your car. Dang, what's that smell like
What's
fish?
that smell?
Fish is distinctive. And it's people out here who feel like because certain things you've been through, you've allowed that to seep into your life. And so now people know when you've been hurt. They know
Mm-hmm.
when you have abandonment issues. They know when, that's just like we were going back. I was looking at an article yesterday, and it was talking about how, a lot of times people have problems accepting compliments. And the
Yeah.
reason is because they were never complimented in life before. So now it's a struggle when somebody gives you praises you for anything. When they say you look good, or like we were talking about Farika, like, oh, you have a beautiful voice. When praise feels uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
is basically what they were talking about.
Yep.
And for people, you would think like, oh, why would you not want someone to tell you that, I love the dress, or oh, you're so pretty today, or oh my God, you did such a good job. And so for some people, they just like, it is so hard
It's
for
so
them to
hard to
accept a
receive it.
compliment. It's
Yeah.
hard for them to receive it. But it went on to say that people who grew up without affirmation, without
Mm-hmm.
encouragement, without emotional safety, or even healthy praise struggle to receive compliments, love, help, or reassurance as adults. You know how many people say, when somebody say, oh, well, let me help. No, 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 I got it. Oh, no, don't worry about it, girl. I'll clean the kitchen up. Oh, girl, don't worry about it. No, I can bring my own. Yeah, I can bring it up. No, 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 you're good. Go ahead. I got it.
No, if you have something and you have a function and somebody volunteers to clean, you need to help you. You need to receive that help
Receive that.
instead of that mindset has told you, no, can't nobody do it like me. I don't like I no, no. I don't want you to unorganize me. Or no, you have to receive help. Instead of blocking the help every time, you have to receive it because it's better if two of us do it versus just one.
Yes. But you know what? The thing about it is, as I was reading the article, one of the things it says is that people go into survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
When they're in survival mode, they become super independent,
Yep.
right? So they'll say that, they become strong because they didn't have a choice. Because when they were children, they didn't feel emotionally seen. So
Yep.
when that happens, they feel like, okay, well, you know what that taught me is I can only depend on myself.
I
Nobody's
That
coming
part
to
right
get me.
there. I can only depend on myself. So the people who says if I want it done right, I have to do it myself.
Look, or somebody messed up. You said, "See, I knew I should have did it myself because I can't.
Yep.
I'm the only one that can get it right." Because you have, when you were younger, you experienced something that made you feel like, "Oh, I thought they were going to do this for me. I thought
Somebody was gonna show
somebody
up
was
for
going to be
me.
there. I thought they were going to show up." Yes, and that can be rooted in abandonment. If you thought somebody was going to show up to get you, and your whole life has been like, "I keep waiting and waiting, and nobody's going to come and get me," then okay, I'm just going to do myself. But it makes you harder
Mm-hmm.
when you become an adult, to where
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to accept anything. So now you struggle asking for help. You feel uncomfortable when somebody does something for you because you feel like, okay, well, I got to do something in return because
They did
I
something for
can't let
me.
them do
I
something
gotta
for
hurry
me.
up and fix that. Or this one, if I need less, I won't be. If I need less, I won't be disappointed.
Right.
I want,
I
because
ain't asking for nothing, so that
if
way
I
I ain't got
don't
to be.
ask for nothing and I don't
Hmm.
expect anything, it's back to that limited belief. If I believe limited, then I'm just gonna be excited about what I do get, what they do, because I didn't put any expectation on it. I didn't even let my heart get that happy. I don't even let myself
Right.
get uh, wired up, because I know don't nobody come through for me. Don't nobody give me anything. Don't
Mhm.
nothing good ever happen to me. So I
Right.
keep myself in this
You keep your
box.
standards low, but you keep your standards low because you're
Yeah.
feeling like it's not gonna happen anyway. So whatever I get, I'm just gonna, that's what I got because I'm not expecting it. But the question is, did you become independent because you were empowered or because you were neglected?
Mm,
Did
that's
you become
good.
independent because nobody was there for you as a child? You always had to be the one to fix your own meal. You had to be the one to, make things happen for yourself because you felt like nobody cared whether you was here or whether you was alive or dead. Nobody
Nobody
cared whether
cared.
or not you were going to school. They didn't care whether or not whatever. If you ate, they
Nobody
didn't
cared.
care. You had to make it, you had to go out and fend for yourself. And that's a hard place to be for a kid. But what that does is transition over to an adult who has attachment issues.
Yeah.
Like Natasha said, you have attachment issues and you don't connect well. Because when you connect with people, you see things show up differently. But when you're attached or you disassociate from people, now you feel all alone, like it's all about you. And hey, I can't worry. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be
I,
vulnerable because that's a
yeah.
weakness. People will take advantage of that.
Yes, because people will take advantage of it. Because I have seen it. Because then you go back to the memory lane. I have seen it happen over and over and over. Or like I don't like people say, I don't talk about dates or somebody took me out, because it's not gonna last long. I mean, they good at first. At the beginning, it's all good, and then they flip. Okay, that's a limited belief.
It
If
is.
they're good right now, and even if it doesn't work out, you enjoy the moment. Enjoy where
Enjoy
you
it.
at. Instead of like, I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for the real to show up. Like the real him gonna come through. And why are you already, because of your limited belief, you don't feel like I can get any better, or anybody has
You
showed
don't feel
me
like you
anything
deserve
better.
it. Yes, you don't
I
even
don't
feel like you
deserve.
deserve someone to
Nobody
be
showed
good
me,
to you.
like every guy. Oh, we date good, and then tomorrow, like he just wake. Oh, he ain't woke up now. He ain't ready to take me out on dates no more. Maybe his money's short this week. It don't necessarily mean that It might be he's still showing you who he is. He might have spent the bonus on you. He ain't went through all the bonus, and now he needs to be really smart about the money. Instead, we like, see, you used to take me out. You used to do all this. You used to do all that. Now you don't do nothing.
You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that's not living when you're waiting for something negative to happen. Another part of that, it says compliments may feel unsafe or foreign
Mm-hmm.
to you. So if you rarely heard as a
I'm proud
child,
of.
I'm proud of you, or if you rarely heard you're beautiful or you matter or oh, you did a great job, if you really hear that as a child, when you get older, then you feel some type of way when somebody says something to you. You be like, they must want something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What you want?
yeah. Or you feel a little awkward, like why they say why you have to say that in front of everybody? Now everybody looking at me
Or
and
they get
everything.
embarrassed. They get like
Yes.
they shrink instead of
Mhm.
standing tall. They shrink, and they like, oh,
Have you seen people who, when you say, "Oh, I love that dress. That's so pretty." Oh, girl, this is old. Or girl, child, this ain't. this ain't nothing really. I got this at Goodwill for $5, or whatever. But they start deflecting, or they'll be joking about something, or
Yeah,
they'll downplay themselves, or you have somebody where you tell them, "Oh my God, we want to celebrate you because you did such a great job," and they get so emotional because it's too much for them because
yeah,
they were never given that growing up, so they don't know how to receive it as
yeah,
an adult.
yeah. That
Or
is
like
so
I said,
true.
you distrust it. Like if a man tell you, you know what, you're beautiful, and you like, girl, all he wants something.
All he want, he's trying to get in my drawers. I know he's
Exactly.
trying. And that's what, even when the man might not even be paying you no attention. He just really thought that you looked beautiful. And now you all of a sudden and went to this and took it to a whole different page. And
Yes.
all he said was, "You look beautiful today. Oh, you look nice today." What? I don't got time. I don't got time. What?
Look, boy, gone.
I
And
don't have
it's so
time.
easy. It's so easy for people to do because you feel like, girl, I wish Natasha was here to break it down because she'll tell us about the limiting beliefs. And you
Yeah.
feel like you're not worthy, and you feel your self esteem has been crushed. And so you don't see yourself as a person who receives those type of compliments.
Yeah.
You don't see yourself as you put in the work to do a great job to be great at work, to get a promotion, to get
Yeah.
things, but at the same time, you still don't trust it. You
Yeah.
still feel like I got to work harder because I don't feel like people are going to appreciate what I did, so I got to go and do more. And you stay on edge all the time
All the time about
because
everything.
you've never been validated.
Yep. Nobody validated you. Like, affirmation is something that people are just now catching on to. Like, if you're not a person, and maybe you didn't call it affirmation then, it was still an affirmation. So you can either speak an affirmation that it helped your life, or you can speak an affirmation that will hurt your life. It's still
Yeah,
an affirmation. Which one are you going to speak? Are you speaking, "I'm going to become her, I'm going here"? Are you speaking, "Oh, I know I never make it there, I never live in a mansion like that before"? So you're speaking that into your heart, and your heart is saying, "Okay, no, we won't." And the brain, you got to remember again, the brain don't know the difference. They don't know how to dissect what is true and what's not true, what we should hold on to, what we should not hold on to. It's going back to your brain understands we live in a limited belief system.
exactly. So when somebody says, "You know what, I love you," and they're like, "You really love me?"
Yes, yes,
Really?
yes.
Oh, really?
Me?
You,
You really
you're
love me?
not. So you're just not saying that. So you love me? Really? Oh, okay. How long before that changes? How long
Yeah,
is that
how
gonna
long
go?
was it ago? Girl, he had a nerve to tell me he loved me. Who believed that? He didn't love me when he was out there doing this. So I know he's talking to 5 different other women. I know he doing all that. Again, you are digging for a limited belief. That is digging from that limited, instead of God gave us life to have abundant life.
Exactly.
And
But
how
the
are you
thing,
deciding your abundance?
right, and you know what? The thing about it is, for a lot of people, it's not that you're rejecting the love. It's just that you're afraid to lose it. So you behave in a way that will cause you to lose it, and then you be like, "Oh, I knew it was gonna happen anyway." Versus you opening yourself up, saying, "Abundance is my birthright, baby. God,
Yeah.
Jesus died on the cross that I might have life and have it more abundantly. So I'm expecting good things to happen.
Yes.
I'm
It's a
expecting you
guarantee.
to love me. Oh, I know you love me because I'm a lovable individual. Why would you not?" We have got to shift how we see ourselves
Yep.
and understand that you are worthy of somebody saying you're a great person. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of somebody giving you a shout out because you did a great job on something. I mean, there's
Yep.
nothing wrong with that. And because you're not used to it doesn't make it wrong.
Does not make it wrong. And God might, no, I know it's not a might. God keep throwing it to you because he wants you to get it. He wants you to uproot that limited belief. And he's saying, I'm tired of you being on this milk and you still believe in this limited life. I want to uproot that and replace it with something different. Replace it like, yes, it, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Oh, that's just like winning that trip. I mean, getting that trip when Alicia and I was on our trip,
Mhm.
walking in favor. Favor doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me because that's who I am. I'm a walk in favor wherever I go. I know I'm going to get the best because that's just who I am. And the Holy Spirit that lives in me, I'm automatically going to get God's best because I have uprooted. Now, have I always believed that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But now in 2026, I know it's God gonna come through for me. It's because I
Without a
decided to
doubt.
trust His promises and versus trust what it looks like, what it seems like, what it feels like. I trust God's promises. So everywhere I go, I know favor gonna hit me. I'm gonna get something go because favor speaks for your life. Favor is not a part of everybody doesn't get it. Everybody don't get to walk in favor. But when you are a child of God, that's who you walk in. That's who you operate in. Because the Holy Spirit said, I'm not sitting in that mess. So you need to upgrade me. No, no. That ain't it. Holy Spirit, like, no, give us the best. No, I don't want just that little bit. I want the whole portion.
Yes. And walk in expectation. And the beautiful thing is, as we've been talking about healing for real, healing means you got to learn to receive. Just as you give, you got to learn to receive.
Mm-hmm.
And healing is not only learning how to give love, it's learning how to receive it without having fear, without having guilt, without being suspicious,
Mm-hmm.
without feeling uncomfortable. It's saying, was like we talked about yesterday, when somebody says, "Oh, I love your hair," instead of you saying, "Girl, it's old, I'm gonna have to get this done," or "Girl, child, I was just telling somebody else this old mess," say thank you.
Thank you. With a
Thank
smile.
you. With
With
a
a
smile.
smile.
And know that you don't have to do anything for somebody to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes just be you. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to, feel like you got to tap dance and do backflips and two twists and three turns. You don't have to do all that for somebody to love you or whatever. It should be easy and natural. And I know that's hard for a lot of people because being you wasn't received well when you were a child, and
Yeah.
that's a hard place to be in. But at the same time, as you're healing, you start realizing and recognizing that I'm somebody special because
I
God
am
created me.
special.
You're special.
I am that.
And
I
believe
am
that.
her. I am her. And you have to really start believing it. And don't get me wrong, we all have some cleanup to do. Each one is not no one on here today that doesn't need some cleanup. We all need a cleanup. We need a house cleaner, but this time you can't hire somebody to come clean it up. You got to clean it up
You got
yourself.
to clean it up yourself. Absolutely. And you got to think people are in such survival mode that, they just want to wash up.
Mhm.
We ain't talking about the wash up this time. We talk about because survival
Yes.
makes you do just a quick cleanup, just a surface
Yeah.
cleanup, just a
Hmm.
let me get up under my arms and hit the little, hit the right spots, and then I'm gone. It
No,
requires
in
you to
between them toes need
clean.
cleaning.
You gotta soak a little bit. You need to get
Yeah.
in there and get down into it so that you can get all them cracks and crevices and it's clean.
You know
When
it's
you're in the house,
clean.
you gotta hit them baseboards. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do some things.
And who is looking forward to cleaning baseboards?
Nobody. But at the same
But
time, if we're healing for real, nobody wants to go get that little girl and deal with face to face what has happened.
mhm,
But it's powerful when you do. If you've been through a divorce and you're thinking like, you know what, I never felt he told me I was never gonna be anything. He told me nobody's gonna want me. And you go and you pour that person who felt unloved and unappreciated out and say, you know what, they may have told you that, but what I know about you is you are somebody. You are
yeah,
special. You are amazing. When you do
yeah,
that mirror talk, and look at yourself. And like you said, look in the mirror. Because like you say, a lot of people can't even look at themselves in the eyes and say,
Okay.
you know what? I love you. Love, you got
Yeah.
to give it to you first. Love
Yeah, you
yourself.
gotta face her. And what we don't realize, that person that said that limited to you, they're only speaking what they believe. They believe they're limited. So they're trying to pour what they believe about themselves. They trying to share it with somebody else. Because maybe if I can stop her, I can stop she can stay in the waiting line with me. She can sit here with me, but and I won't be alone. So that person is only talking about themselves. They're not necessarily know you. They're speaking it about who they are and how they feel and their emotion. And come on, when did their opinion determine who got what God says? People's
Thank you.
advice opinion does not reflect what God said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you get to a place of healing, you start allowing your heart to finally believe what God has been saying about you. When you
Um,
believe what God says about you, baby, you win in the game. When you know
whew,
that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, when you know, going back to Jeremiah 29:11, that God has plans for me.
yep.
Baby, trust and believe. You can say what you want to. You can say I ain't gonna be nobody. You can say that, I
You
was a
can
single
say
mother
it.
with kids and nobody's gonna want me. You can say that, child, you never graduated from high school, and so you're too dumb to go out here and get a good job. You can say what you want to, but it doesn't matter because God has plans for me.
Yeah.
And
And
that
he
plan is
told
for me
me,
to to prosper.
yes,
Prosper, not to just exist, not to just, sit around here and deal with some foolishness and mess and be in chaos. No, he wants me to prosper.
prosper and not to harm me. Like
And
you have to
add it all
remember that
together.
other part. I'm
Yes.
a prosper and he's not gonna harm me. So this is prospering is not gonna harm because like I don't want to get too far because I get too far, then oh my gosh, this is when all the hell comes. No, the farther you go, you're still not gonna the bigger your bank account get, it's not going to harm you because you understand God. I'm going to use this wisely. I'm going to bless somebody else so that they can be a prosper, so that they can be a blessed. Like it keeps going and going and going, but it's up to you to believe it.
But they said that God's love is a gift that keeps on giving.
It keeps
It
on
never
giving.
stops. God's promises are for you. He has them for you. Trust the promises. Get your mind set on the fact that God loves you. And because he does, honey,
Yes.
that should be enough. Anything else is overflow. Anything else is extra, but it's never going to be better than what God does for you. Ever.
Yes. It's been a good one, Angela. We're going to wrap it on up. What are
Yes.
we doing
I mean,
tomorrow? What's tomorrow is Friday.
tomorrow is Friday and we will not be here. So I'm trying to figure out, we might put on a replay for you, but enjoy the long weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday, fresh and ready to tackle some more healing for real, but enjoy the day. Enjoy this thankful Thursday. Be
Yeah.
grateful, because there's so
Be
much to be
grateful.
grateful for. When you start thinking about what you have to be thankful for, God gives you more things to be thankful for. So,
Oh, yes, that's good. Good.
yes. When you say
And
grateful for one thing, he's gonna give you more things so that you can be even more grateful.
yes, I'm grateful for your plans, God. And that's grateful. Like just to think about, I'm grateful for the plans you have for me, God.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
grateful for it.
Yes. Say
I'm
that.
grateful for it. So, Phyllis said, in all, I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We believe God. And we believe in our healing. We believe that we getting healed for real this time. We're not just saying this just to say it. We are saying this with
Mm-mm.
full belief that I trust you,
Say
God.
it with your
With
chest. I
yes, with
believe
it
God.
stick up, confidence, and I trust you,
Be
God. I
bold,
believe you,
honey.
God. I believe in my healing, and we're not putting a number with it, and we're not putting limitations with it. I believe you, God. I trust you, God. We will see you back on Tuesday. Love you.
Bye.